This chart just discusses and contrasts what a defined contribution is, like a 401k, a profit sharing, compared to a defined benefit plan. Good educational material. 412(e)(3)s are also known as fully insured defined benefit plans. They are IRS governed. They are ERISA. ERISA is the Every Ridiculous Accents Atom. The funding is dictated by the IRS code. The cost is guaranteed, and you have to use life insurance and annuity products or annuity products only. And as I mentioned earlier, if you ever go to a cocktail party, mention 412I and say they're gone because they are now called 412E3, effective 1/1/2008. All the IRS did was change 412I and moved it over to 412E3. No other changes. Again, some of the past abuses in 412I were the 100% life insurance funding. The products, which used to be called arbitrage or springing cash values, were designed to evade or avoid taxes with the 5-year rule. Some companies excluded the rank and file employees, which disqualified them. They provided different benefits, and the IRS is actively auditing and disqualifying these abusive plans, and they have labeled them listed transactions. Again, not all 412E3s are listed transactions. The ones that we design and administer are not listed transactions, and they are in compliance. Again, not all situations warrant a 412E3, so again, that's why we design plans. I'm going to skip through some of these slides, and by the way, if anybody wants a copy of this PowerPoint presentation, I think they're going to put this on their website, and I believe they're taping this webinar, so if you want to go back and listen to it, or if you want to talk to me later on about individual cases, they'll provide you with my contact information and Kevin Lord's contact information. Kevin paid me to say that, by the way. If you haven't got one or two ideas yet in this workshop, I just want to share with you one idea that I use a lot. Most of you have clients that have what I call moonlighting incomes, college coaches, board of directors, a Yale University professor or a professor at a state college. I have a client that's an English professor at Yale University. He gets a W-2 from Yale, but he has outside income from the sale of a book that he wrote. That's active compensation, and he wants to shelter all that outside income, and he can have a defined benefit plan, or she can have a defined benefit plan, and that'll do more than the SEP, all right, or the 401k plan. College coaches are a great source because, again, most of their income is derived from shoe endorsements, sport camps, and they simply don't know that they can have a second plan because they're an employer in the outside income. They're an employee in the state university, and there is no control group or an affiliated service group issues. So that's an idea that you can pass on to your CPA and make the CPA look like a hero. So some of the advantages of a retirement plan for the business owner are outlined in this slide. And again, it's a great door opener to talk to business owners about these advantages. Deductions, maximizing benefit, asset protections, exit strategies, back end, right, to move from a retirement income tax strategy to an estate plan through an ILET. This next slide just shows you examples of the different types of plans that we've designed, and you'll note what's interesting is we have the business owners, the total number of employees, the employer contribution, and how much of the contribution had to go to what's referred to as non-highly compensated employees. Again, through combination of defined benefit plans and profit sharing plans, in these situations we were able to get between 70 to 90% of the contribution towards the business owner, and we still pass what they call 410B, 401A26, and 401A4. The key is the feasibility study. But I just wanted to highlight some cases because we mentioned our niche and our targeted market is less than 25, but some of these employers had in excess of 200 employees, and by designing carve-out plans, we were able to accomplish, all right, through a qualified plan, their objectives. Now, let's say that we could not do a qualified plan and accomplish their objectives, then we can pivot to a non-qualified plan like an executive bonus, all right, or a deferred compensation plan. And Penn Mutual does have PowerPoint presentations that illustrate these concepts, and their Index UL does a nice job from a funding standpoint with the Premier or executive bonus. So by doing a feasibility study to show qualified versus non-qualified, it puts you in a position to show options to the client and engage with the CPA. This next slide just talks to you a little bit about a tax law change. If we were to do another workshop, which I hope we do, on the tax law changes, I'd go specifically through EGTRA and the PPA of 2006 with you. I actually do webinars for CPAs and can actually give them CPE credits for live presentations as well. A lot of you have clients that are S corporations that want to minimize W-2. That's always an issue with the IRS is from a FICA and a payroll. But in this example, if their W-2 was $50,000, they have passive income, but active income is counted for pension purposes. Here's the spreadsheet I'd show. One person, S corporation, making $50,000 W-2. They could do an SEP of $15,500 or a profit sharing 401k at $28,000 or a 412I, 412E3 and put in $95,000. Now, another column that's not shown because of a tax law change, they could do a defined benefit, a 412I, plus a profit sharing, plus a 401k. So all of a sudden, the feasibility study would show here are the different options of plans. Where's your comfort zone? How much can you afford to put away? How much do you need to put away deduction-wise? And you get 100% of the benefit. Plan design, plan administration, plan investments, plan compliance. Some of the resources, one of the questions I always get asked is that, how do you keep up with all the tax law changes? Well, some of the resources that I look at daily are freearisa.com, benefitlinks.com, irsgov.org. The IRS has publications on IRAs, on KEO plans, on 403B plans. So if you want to work this market, become a resource or provide this information to a CPA or your clients so that they know about retirement plans. And if they get this from you, they'll do business with you. We have drip newsletters available. Our feasibility study through the 2-page fact finder is free. And this is the time when your clients are sitting with their CPA and their clients are asking their CPA, how can I reduce taxes? So now's the time to talk to your own CPA, or if you have relationships with CPAs, to talk to them about retirement planning and defined benefit plans. And again, I know it's a comfort zone thing. I'll make myself available if you want to have a conference call with your CPA and put me on the phone to talk about, here are our services, here's where you as the advisor fit in, here's the package we can do. And if you really want to get engaged or involved in the CPA business market, another website that I'd make you aware of is professionaladvisorsalliance.com. All right? For those of you that also want leads, we can provide the Judy Diamond database. Again, I touched base on it earlier, but Judy Diamond is a national database of existing pension plans. We have actually purchased it. We have an online version. So anybody listening in, because they're associated with Pravada, simply email me a list of zip codes in your areas. We can print out the list of existing plans in that area. And we also have pre-approach letters, phone scripts, and I can show you how to work that list. And I think you'd be interested in finding out that You might have some of your own clients on that list. They might already have an existing pension plan, but they don't have it with you simply because they don't view you as a pension person. They might view you as an insurance agent, a PNC guy, and that's okay, but think outside the box. All right, expand the services that you can provide through retirement planning. So the next 6 slides I'm going to move quickly through. These are important statistics, but don't get hung up on the statistics. These talk about really why people need to plan for retirement, and there's some interesting statistics, and these are provided by the Social Security Administration. The question is, again, as I mentioned earlier, the 3 sources of income: Social Security, individual savings, pensions, asset income, and a lot of people aren't relying on Social Security. They're living longer, so the retirement income gap is widening. That's why we need to focus on, either individual non-qualified plans or pension plans. That's why we're having this workshop. There is an opportunity. So a big challenge, the world has changed. The boxes, are bigger or different sizes. What the world our parents lived in isn't the world today, all right? How much do you need to live on? Penn Mutual on their website has retirement income calculators to show you how much income you need to save depending on your lifestyles, your age of retirement. These are good, conceptual discussions to have. Where are you at in your retirement income? Most of us are behind. All right, maybe we had a 401k that became a 201k, or are you living on the edge? We're in a credit card, a plastic society. So maybe it's time to sit down through a fact finder and say, where are you at? Where do you want to go? And we can show you how to get there. Kind of the roadmap. So really, the Penn Mutual relationship is a partnership with Pravada and Penn Mutual and Pravada's agents. And Kevin Lord is the regional marketing director for Penn Mutual. His role is to make sure Pravada's advisors are aware of our products, the services that I might provide through the retirement planning area. Kevin can talk to you more about the 9 dots, the other teams of experts that we have in the Penn Mutual home office. We are really focused on providing value-added services to our client, and our client are, firms like Pravada and their advisors, to show them how to work with, in the advanced market, and also how to work with CPAs. We believe the key is providing and forming strategic alliance with the players. And our PAC region staff also is excellent. They do a lot of the underwriting, a lot of the illustrations, etc. So we've talked a lot about retirement planning. We hope that we've given you 1 or 2 good ideas. This is pension season. This is tax season. And again, I want to stress a couple points. You don't need to be an expert to work this retirement plan market. You do have clients that have plans. We can identify those through Judy Diamond. The clients that don't have plans, we can do a feasibility study, which is done at no cost. If you're interested in working this market, we can provide you the information, material to do that, and it's really a value-added service. You have clients that are looking at ways to reduce their taxes, and you don't have to do this 100% of the time. Just be aware of the opportunities, and then you can take advantage of it. So with that, I want to turn it back to Stephen, I believe. Stephen, thank you very much for the opportunity to share our story. We're excited to be part of the Pravada team and look forward to future webinars. And